Well, folks, I'm glad you're back. Let's talk about something here. The big boogeyman. You've got other YouTubers out here think they actually know something about something, and they're talking out their ass, most of them. They want to put their 2 cents in, and they talk to the quote experts and all this and that bullshit. And most of these experts are bullshit artists. They don't know what the hell's going on. My point is this: they don't put anything to scripture. They don't consider the scripture. They seem to think there's going to be some big nuclear exchange on this, and by God, you better watch out. By God, we're gonna the whole world's coming to an end. Oh my God, the fear mongering, and they want to tell you, you need to do this. You got to buy all this 25-year shelf life food. You got to buy these solar generators and blah blah blah. Well, if you're having this big nuclear exchange, most of you aren't going to live through it anyways from the radiation poisoning and everything else. Okay? So the food's not going to do you any good. Then we got our solar generator. My God, we're in good shape. Well, if a nuke goes off, it sends out an EMP and it takes out all electronics. So there's one problem with your generator. It's not going to work. It's going to fry itself. Oh, I want to put a Faraday cage around it. Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, but now you got all this debris in the atmosphere that drowns out the sun. How are you going to charge your wonderful? That's right, your wonderful solar generator with no sun. Oh, I've got regular generators. Okay, well, what about all the ash with the fine soot and its abrasiveness in there? It'll eat your generator up and plug it up and it'll destroy it. Everybody has all these answers for anything, but no one has solutions. You ever notice that? Got all the answers, but no solutions. Why? Because they don't want to believe in God. They don't want to let God do his job. They don't want God to be God. They all got to run around and, oh, look at us. We've done this, we've done that. Well, what did God say? Trust in me. Have faith in me. Pray to me. Ask me. I'll take care of it. God will take care of it. Now, let's get to the part to where I have a total disagreement with most of these dimwits. No, that's what I call them. I mean, I will. I'll call them dimwits because they sit there and go, oh, I got this, I got all this, look at all this secret information. Oh, leaked secret information. Oh, we're going to, so secret and it's leaked and everything else, right? It's all bullshit. It's all BS, people. They want to sit here and get you all riled up and all panicky and everything else, and don't concern yourself with it. God's in control. God knows what he's doing. He created the universe, people. Come on. Well, let's go to the end of Revelations. The first 7 years. I should say, you got a 7 year window, okay? First 3.5 years, everything's kind of going along. The second part of the 7 years, which would be another 3.5 years, Jesus has to cut Jesus has to cut those days short. For even his elect would perish. Now, does that sound like we're going to have some big nuclear strike? Because, let's see, where would his elect be if we had all this? They'd be dead. Why would you have to cut the days short? Really, why would you have to cut all the days short? If we're having this big big nuclear exchange and the whole world's mutual destruction and blah, 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 wouldn't you think you'd all be pretty much dead? And why would you have to cut those days short? I mean, you already blew everybody up. Why would you have to cut them short? See, this is where they're not looking at it. I believe the United States, the harlot, the whore of the world, will be destroyed. Look, they're not coming in. They're not going to invade us. There's too damn many gun owners out there. They're not going to get too damn far, and they know it. The government's not going to come at you. There's too damn many of you. You make a mincemeat out of them real fast, and they know it. They don't want that conflict. So what ends up happening? It's real simple. They take us, the country as a whole, out. An EMP, downgrid, financial crash. It doesn't matter. It all has the same effect. Not just that, but like I've said before, that little crazy bastard, that little fat guy there in North Korea, look, he's already said he wants to blow us up. He's already said he wants to blow up South Korea. Well, there's the guy. Why? We see a nuke coming in. NORAD, they're going to see this thing launch. Boom. They'll see it before it even gets on the launch pad, And they're going to be sitting there going, what do we do? Well, wait till it launches. See, let's go out. It's heading this way. Well, what is it? It's nuclear tip, blah, blah, blah. We can tell because of the signature of the radiation. Take him off the face of the map. Of course, they'll try to shoot the things down first, blah, 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 or maybe they'll even let them strike. You take one or two of those, it'll shut down probably the power grid. It'll shut down everything then. And the harlot, the whore, Babylon, is destroyed. Utterly gone. Places and people and other things have had consequences for their actions. Lot's wife, I think it was, turned around and was watching Sodom and Gomorrah turn to a pillar of salt. Samson, Delilah. I mean, the list of stuff just goes on and on. King David. I mean, there's consequences for your actions. Thing. Let him do his will. Follow along. Trust in him. I mean, if something like that happens in this country, and not everybody's going to be taken out, but it won't be a civil war. It'll be a war of survival. People are going to try to survive. That's all it's going to come down to. And a lot of these preppers and stuff, well, they've just basically prepped for somebody else because, you're going to get overwhelmed. A lot of you are going to die. And the fact of the matter is they're just going to walk in and go, oh man, look at all this food. We didn't have to prep. We didn't have to do anything. Look. Oh, look at all this ammo. Look at all these guns, man. Look. Or let's say you're one of them that ends up, you know, having a heart attack or a stroke or the little bug gets you or any number of things, and they just walk in and there it is. You prep for them. Maybe it was God's will. Just because they walk into your place and you're dead doesn't necessarily mean they're bad people. Maybe God steered them there. You ever think of that? Your prepping might be prepping for someone else. Maybe God's calling you home. Says, listen, you don't need to go through this. You don't have to. Look, I'm here, man. I got a room for you. It's called paradise. Them, you don't need that stuff. Those people can use it. You never know. And you're always second guessing God. And there's no reason to. And these people get on here trying to sell you something all the time. Trying to tell you this is going to happen, that's going to happen, oh, the secret. There's all kinds of disinformation out there. I mean, stop and think about it. You know, they struck a cargo ship, a U.S. cargo ship. Okay. Strike a U.S. destroyer, see what happens to you. I mean, with this administration, who the hell knows? But I'll tell you what, if I was the admiral of that fleet or the captain of that ship, well, they wouldn't do it twice. There wouldn't be nothing left of them. I'd blow them clean off the face of the earth. They'd court-martial me probably, but you know what? I have a duty to my men. To my men. They wouldn't like me too well, but that's okay. You see, I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be of this world. Neither are you. You're a free individual that lives in a country that was formed under godly principles. Why do you think it's flourished? But then again, Satan steps in and takes over. His time is short, and he knows it. The devil knows it. So, you don't need to concern yourself with things. Having some extra food around, having some extra protection around, having extra things, there's nothing wrong with that. That's prudent. That's just normal, I call it. I mean, people that go to the store every day, it's like, well, I don't know why they do that. They must like going to the store every day. I have no clue. So anyhow, I've already ranted long enough. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. And pray for one another. Pray for your leaders. Pray for this world. I know there's a guy there, he's a YouTuber, Paul Harrell. He doesn't know who I am. But the guy's not going to be of this world much longer. If he is still. He's pretty bad off. You don't know him, but you can look him up, Paul Harrell. And got a lot of good, useful information and stuff on his site. And we should pray for him too. Definitely. He's a good guy. Shouldn't feel sorry for him or anything like that. He doesn't want pity or nothing like that. He's a good man. He's a man's man. I mean, he's not going to sit there and go cry in a corner because he's dying. He's going to face it right on. So, like I said, y'all take care. I'll be rooting for you. I'll be rooting for everybody. Because you didn't do this. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I don't want to make this video like a half hour long like some of them. So y'all take care.